Have you ever stumbled upon an ancient artifact that left you questioning everything you knew about history? Imagine coming across gigantic skeletal remains buried deep in the ground, along with enormous footprints that seem to tell a tale of giants walking among us in the distant past. Today, we're diving into a recent archaeological discovery that's stirring up more questions than answers. Join us as we explore the evidence of giants, uncovering the myths and mysteries surrounding these extraordinary findings. Giants in our midst, a glimpse into the past. Archaeologists in a remote region where ancient civilizations once thrived were not prepared for what awaited them. They were expecting the usual remnants of a burial site, but they found something shocking. As they carefully brushed away the soil, they uncovered a massive skull. It was nearly as big as the archaeologists themselves. This was just the beginning. Near the skull, a series of footprints emerged. Imprinted into the hardened sediment, these tracks were more than 3 times the length of an average adult foot. Carbon dating of the surrounding material suggests that these prints are about 5,000 years old. That means they could date back to the late Neolithic or early Bronze Age, a time when human civilizations were just beginning to take shape. Footprints of giants. A closer look. The footprints discovered at the site are not just fascinating, they're perplexing. Let's take a closer look at what makes them so enigmatic. First off, the size is mind-boggling. Stretching over 60 centimeters in length, these prints suggest individuals who were over 3.5 meters tall. That's nearly 11 feet. It's hard to wrap our minds around beings of such colossal proportions. But there's more to the story. The arrangement of the tracks indicates a deliberate stride, as though a group of these giants once walked across the soft earth, which later hardened into stone-like sediment. The stride length aligns with the proportions of the gigantic skulls found nearby. Together, the footprints paint a vivid picture of giants moving through their world. The unraveling of legends, giants in our stories. Now let's talk about giants in our stories and legends. They're not just figments of our imagination. Ancient texts from various cultures around the world speak of giants. Could these myths be more than just tales? The Hebrew Bible mentions the Nephilim, described as great and mighty beings. Greek mythology tells us about the Gigantes, children of Gaia who once battled the Olympian gods. The Norse had the Jotnar, towering frost giants dwelling in icy realms. And in Mesoamerican traditions, stories abound of great beings that roamed the earth before they were wiped out by floods or divine wrath. For centuries, scholars have debated whether these myths were symbolic metaphors, cultural exaggerations, or distorted memories of encounters with something real. Could our ancestors have witnessed or even interacted with giants? The discovery of the gigantic skulls and footprints lends physical form to what was once dismissed as mere myth. Perhaps these myths are not simply the product of imagination, but fragments of cultural memory passed down through generations, preserving the memory of a time when humanity coexisted with beings far greater in size. Unearthing the truth. Scientific skepticism and analysis. Of course, extraordinary discoveries require extraordinary evidence. Since the announcement of these finds, skeptics have been quick to raise questions. Could the skulls be a misinterpretation of large animal remains? Some suggest that erosion, fossilization, or geological processes might have distorted the bones, making them appear much larger than they truly were. Others point to past instances of so-called giant bones being revealed as hoaxes. However, the sheer level of detail and preservation in the skulls makes dismissal challenging. These remains clearly resemble human anatomy, including eye sockets, jaw lines, teeth, and cranial vaults, but on a scale that is astonishing. If these are genuine hominid remains, they could represent an entirely unknown branch of humanity. They might be a species of giants that lived alongside early humans. Scientists are now grappling with how such large beings could have sustained themselves, moved efficiently, and even stood upright without collapsing under their own weight. These questions highlight the need for further investigation, analysis, and most importantly, patience as the scientific community works to uncover the truth. DNA and carbon dating. Peering into the past. As scientists delve deeper into this enigmatic discovery, two techniques stand out. DNA testing, and carbon dating. Both offer invaluable insights into the nature and origins of these gigantic remains. DNA testing will be crucial in determining the identity of these beings. By extracting and analyzing their genetic material, scientists can establish whether they were Homo sapiens or a distinct hominid species. The results could revolutionize our understanding of human evolution, revealing the existence of a previously unknown branch of our family tree. Carbon dating, on the other hand, will help establish an accurate timeline. By examining the ratio of carbon isotopes in the remains, scientists can pinpoint the age of these giants. This information will shed light on when these beings lived, providing context for their existence and potential interactions with early humans. Unveiling the timeline. A glimpse into the past. The proposed timeline for these giants is both intriguing and perplexing. Estimates suggest they lived as far back as 7000 BC, a time when human civilization was in its infancy. This raises questions about how such advanced beings could have existed without leaving a more substantial mark on history. Some speculate that these giants may have preferred isolation, living in remote areas away from early human settlements. Others ponder if their disappearance was caused by natural pressures, genetic issues, or even conflicts with smaller humans. The lack of concrete evidence leaves room for various theories, making the timeline a tantalizing puzzle yet to be solved. The dwindling population, a closer look. It's important to note that the number of giant skeletons discovered is relatively small. While the footprints provide evidence of a possible population, the physical remains are limited. This scarcity adds to the enigma surrounding these giants, leaving us with more questions than answers. Their dwindling numbers raise questions about their lifestyle, societal structure, and ultimately, their fate. Were they an endangered species whose population dwindled due to external factors? Did they face extinction as a result of internal pressures? Understanding these aspects of their lives could shed light on the reasons behind their disappearance. The giant enigma. Reassessing history. The discovery of these gigantic remains challenges us to reassess our understanding of history. It blurs the line between myth and reality, forcing us to confront the possibility that our ancestors shared their world with creatures of immense size and strength. It also raises broader questions about the nature of giants and their portrayal in human culture. Are these beings simply products of our collective imagination, or do they reflect glimpses of a forgotten past? Exploring the giant enigma requires an open mind, a willingness to question conventional narratives, and a commitment to unraveling the mysteries that lie beneath the surface. Each footprint, each skull, brings us closer to understanding a world that existed millennia ago. And while there's still much that remains hidden beneath the layers of time, one thing is clear: the story of giants is far from over. Rewriting the narrative. Giants in a changing world. The implications of discovering giants extend far beyond the realm of archaeology. They challenge our perception of the world and invite us to rewrite the narrative of human history. If proven authentic, these giants would represent a paradigm shift in our understanding of human evolution, suggesting that our species was not the dominant force throughout history, but merely one among many. It would also call into question long-held beliefs about the progression of human development, showing that progress was not always linear. Moreover, the presence of giants raises questions about their interaction with early humans, whether they were seen as deities, mythical creatures, or perhaps even a threat to be feared. Understanding these interactions could provide valuable insights into the cultural beliefs and practices of ancient societies. The unearthed past. Embracing the unknown. We've delved into the world of giants, exploring the evidence, the myths, and the endless questions that surround these colossal beings. As we bring this journey to a close, let's embrace the spirit of discovery and the allure of the unknown. History is not a static record, but a dynamic, unfolding narrative. Every unearthed artifact, every footprint holds the potential to rewrite what we thought we knew. The existence of giants, whether literal or mythological, reminds us that our understanding of the past is constantly evolving. So as you ponder the mysteries of these giants, ask yourself, what other secrets lie hidden beneath the surface of time? What stories from history's shadows are waiting to be brought into the light? The answers may surprise you and lead you to a deeper appreciation for the complexity and wonder of our shared past. The giants may have walked among us, leaving behind only footprints in the earth and whispers in the wind. But their legacy lives on, challenging us to explore the boundaries of human understanding and reminding us that the past is never as distant as we think. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the fascinating world of giants. Don't forget to stay tuned for more exciting discoveries and explorations. Until next time, keep asking questions, keep seeking answers, and keep embracing the extraordinary in our everyday world.